Have you ever felt so much for others that you reached a point where you just couldn't anymore? There's a moment in the life of every empath that feels like an ending, but it's actually the beginning of everything. It's the day the caring just stops. We think the big fights and the yelling are the scary parts, but the real, deafening moment is the silence. It's when a person who feels everything suddenly goes quiet. That silence is so much louder than any argument, and that's exactly where our story starts. So let's start at the beginning, and this is probably going to sound really familiar. For years, maybe your whole life, this has been your world. You're the constant giver. It's like your nervous system is just wired differently, It's an antenna, picking up on everyone else's static, their joy, their pain. You don't just notice when someone's hurting, you feel it in your own body. It's not a choice, it's just how you operate. And this is the job you never actually signed up for, right? You soak up the tension to keep things calm. You carry someone else's anxiety so they don't have to. You basically become the unpaid, unofficial emotional manager for your entire circle. And this gift, well, it comes with a pretty heavy price tag. So what happens when the person who gives everything runs out of things to give? Well, that's when we hit the next stage, burnout. It's where your greatest strength starts to feel like a terrible curse. And we need to be really clear about this. Healthy compassion is feeling with someone. It's connecting. But compassion fatigue, that's a whole different animal. That's when you've felt so much for so many other people that there is literally nothing left for you. Your emotional battery is completely drained. And this kind of burnout, it almost never happens because of one big thing. Nope, it's more like death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's all these little things, day after day, that just drain you. Each one seems small, but add them all up, and you're left emotionally bleeding out. Now, this is so important to get. When you shut down, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's not a moral failure. It's actually a survival mechanism. Your system has been so overloaded for so long that an internal circuit breaker just flips to stop a total system meltdown. And that brings us to the moment this is all about, the breaking point. The day the caring just goes away. It doesn't happen with a loud bang. It happens with a quiet, almost eerie stillness. And the strangest thing about this moment, it's not anger. It's not even sadness. It's just quiet, a weird sense of calm. The emotional fog you've been living in suddenly lifts, and for the first time, you see things exactly as they are. This isn't you falling apart, it's you finally seeing clearly. You just stop. You stop trying so hard. You stop explaining yourself. You stop being the emotional glue holding all the broken pieces together. You just quietly withdraw your energy. Okay, so this is where it gets scary for a lot of people. The people around you might freak out. They'll say you've changed, that you've become cold or selfish, and you know what? They're absolutely right. You have changed. But this isn't the death of your gift. It's the beginning of its evolution. So what comes after the break? Well, this next phase is huge. It's where you start to learn a brand new skill, one that feels totally foreign at first, detachment. And it's probably the most misunderstood part of this whole journey. And we have to get this right. Detachment is not the same as indifference, not even close. Indifference is slamming the door on your heart and locking it. Detachment is just learning you can still care about someone from the other side of a screen door. You can see their storm without letting it flood your own house. See, this is your new operating system. You're not being mean, you're not being cruel, you are simply putting up a permanent close for business sign for drama, for one-sided relationships, for any dynamic that requires you to abandon yourself. It's not about punishing anyone, it's about finally protecting you. And this whole wild journey, it leads you here, to the final, most empowering stage, the awakening. This isn't about getting rid of your empathy. Oh no, it's about finally taking ownership of it. It's your gift, and now you make the rules. You evolve. You stop being that emotional sponge that soaks up everything, and you become something so much stronger. You develop what you could call grounded compassion. You finally understand that you can't save someone from drowning by jumping in and drowning with them. You have to stand firmly on the shore and throw them a life raft. So what does this actually look like in real life? It looks like this. These small, powerful actions. And listen, these aren't acts of selfishness. They are acts of self-respect. every time you do one of these things, you take back a little piece of yourself that you used to give away for free. Because at the end of the day, that's the big lesson here. True self-love isn't about bubble baths or inspirational quotes. It's about having a deep, fierce respect for yourself. It's the part of you that finally stands up and says, I am done setting myself on fire just to keep other people warm. So if you are in that quiet place right now, that place that feels a little cold, a little different, please hear this. You are not broken. You are not becoming heartless. You are just finally including yourself in the circle of people you care so deeply about. You're not losing your gift. You're just learning how to wield it.